Man, you ever go to a tractor supply store or a farm store or Rural King and see something sitting on the shelf and you think to yourself, man, that would really change my life? Well, this right here is part of something that's going to make our life a lot easier here at Black Barn Blossoms. How about you? I'm Hank. So Gina and I have been watering her sunflower field with a 40-gallon tank that we've hooked up to the bucket of her little T224 TYM tractor. It had a wand that you spray for kind of like spot use and all that stuff, and we've got about 3 acres of sunflowers that we need to water, and it works, but it's not efficient and it's not the best solution. So we're taking the next step up. We're still not going to be able to use what I would call a commercial grade sprayer, but we're going to be able to put a bigger sprayer on the back of a bigger tractor to cover more area. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. This is the setup that we had before. It's a Countryway 40-gallon tank, 12 volt EF 3000 QA pump on it. It's an Everflow pump that they sell with the product. It's got a simple wiring solution here, plugs into a battery or 12 volt outlet on your tractor. So this was the setup that we were using on Gina's tractor, which is a subcompact, and you can technically put these on your batteries inside the tractor, but we just we just throw the battery on the thing. I'll tell you why. Is because we had a 12 volt outlet here, and the original wiring got hot in here, and so we just switched to the alligator clips. I don't know if it was a problem for the tractor or the problem from the connector because the fuse is not blown, and we'll talk more about that here in a second. But what did we do to help fix our problem? We bought this. It's essentially a same setup. This is the 60-gallon tank. It's a Countryway, but it still has a 12 volt motor on it. This is actually 2.2 gallons per minute. The other one was 3 gallons per minute, but it's the same setup. It's a 12 volt system. Now, once you start getting into commercial grade, then you start getting into like PTO powered pumps and stuff like that. I'm not sure the size of our sunflower field warrants a PTO driven pump sprayer. These had decent reviews, so we're going to see how this works. We're going to use that smaller one to get into tight spots down there, and we'll use this bigger one to manage the I don't know, I wouldn't say it's 2 acres, but maybe 2 acres, somewhere around in there, up in that area that will spray. This one actually hooks on a 3-point hit system. With the 60-gallon tank, what I'll be able to do is once I take this bush hog off, I'll be able to use the bigger TYM, the T574, to put the sprayer on and then run that cord. Remember at the very beginning of the video, I told you that part of the process that's going to make our life easier is this little doohickey right here. Well, what I'll do is we'll take this universal harness here. We'll plug it into this wiring that comes out of the pump. I'll run it through the back window of the tractor and connect it into the 12 volt outlet here inside the cab, inside the air conditioned cab of the tractor. So let's go ahead, let's get the bush hog off, brush hog, rotary cutter. What do you guys call it? Leave a comment, let me know what you call this down below. Let me know in the comments if you've used a Countryway, or is it Countryway? Countryway sprayer in the comment. Let me know in the comments if you used one and what your results have been or what your experience has been with the Countryway products. Man, hopefully this thing lasts a few seasons. The total price of the product was $499 is what we paid for the 60-gallon tank with the whole setup, with the 3-point harness on it, and everything. All I got to do is plug and play. So $499 is what we ended up paying for all that, and I'm hoping that we get 3, 4, 5 seasons out of it before the pump goes bad or whatever. Because those 12 volt pumps, they're not designed to last forever. They're cheap. You'll get 3, 4, 5 years out of them if you're lucky. We did buy the 2-year extended warranty plan because the lady at the cash register said that if anything breaks with the pump, just keep your receipt or whatever, or I'm in the system of the Rural King system, and they'll be able to replace it. So, I mean, it was I think the warranty was like $30, something like that. So we added $30 to the $4.99, and that's what we came home with. Let's hook it up to the tractor. Let's see if it sprays. I'll give you more details about what the actual spray pattern is and all that good stuff of the tank after we get it hooked up. This is different. So I'm not sure if it's quick hitch compatible or if I need longer. It's definitely, 60 gallons is probably made for a smaller tractor. So that's probably part of the issue, because my top link is down as far as it will go, and it's just not hooking on this side. You can see that's just a little bit off there. So should I take the quick hitch off and hook it to the tractor itself, or do I leave it on the quick hitch? Let's leave it on the quick hitch. All right, she's on there. It doesn't take any modification per se for a quick hitch, but this is what you're going to get on a Speco Cat 1 quick hitch. So it's not going to go far enough to be able to put pins here. Same thing on the other side. It's just catching that right there. But again, we'll keep an eye on it, and then this is the trial. This is the maiden voyage, and so we'll see what happens if we need to take it off and put it on the actual lift arms of the tractor. Let's get it assembled. They say that there's additional parts in here, so we will believe them when they say that. So let's look down in here. Yeah, there's an owner's manual and some tips, it looks like, for the tip of the boom. This is a boom sprayer, by the way, a collapsible boom sprayer. Really? My arm ain't gonna be long enough to get that packet. Did I move it in? Man. Oh, there it goes. Come on, baby. It's like those movies you see, those action movies you see where the hero is just barely reaching the... Yeah, here's a wiring harness that came with it. So we're going to use the extra one we bought to plug into the outlet with, because these have alligator clips. Please follow all instructions. Okay? We shall do so. Alright, quick included tools required: a 1/2-inch socket wrench. That means a crescent wrench. Lay the hardware out here. All you got to do is connect the boom to the 3-point mount system via... Let me go ahead and extend the boom out here. This boom will go here onto the 3-point mount system. So this is where your 1/2-inch nuts and bolts come into play. I'm just going to set this up here for now to kind of hold it, if you will, and then we'll adjust it. We'll adjust it later. All right, so once you get the bar mounted on, go ahead and tighten them up with your 1/2-inch ratchet. And I probably should have got let me go get a 1/2-inch wrench as well. I assume you screwed the hose into this one. Looks like where a water hose should go. We say hose pipe in North Carolina. What do you guys say? Hose pipe. That's probably going to leak. It feels like it's going to leak. Now let's work on the boom itself. So again, you're just going to need You're just going to need a 1/2 inch socket with a knife, and these instructions tell you how to assemble your booms itself, or the nozzles. So you have a boom assembly with a fan nozzle, a nozzle strainer, and a gasket with a couple nuts and bolts, right? So these are the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an 8 nozzle sprayer. I want to say it's 10 feet, maybe 12 feet. I can't remember. Well, I'll tell you that information later on in the video. But here's the instructions. You take the filter, the gasket, the nozzle, and then the cap. So the filter, the gasket, the nozzle or the tip, and all that goes into this yellow. How you doing? So orange, black, red, it goes down in there. So this is the tip, and we'll put it down in here like so, because that's what's going to spray the water. And then get in there. Okay, now the rubber grommet goes in there like so, keeps that in place, and then the actual filter or strainer, whatever you want to call it. Now once you got all those assembled together, line up the notches and twist on, and there she is. That nozzle is now ready to spray water. Now that we got all the nozzles on, I'm assuming this is the pressure regulator here, or pressure gauge I should say, not regulator. Yep, it says it goes up to 100 psi. So let's go ahead, put some, anytime you're working around plumbing or anything like that, you want to wrap some Teflon tape around the actual threads of what's going on that's going to be exposed or possibly could be exposed to water. That goes right here. The piece of equipment actually came with a QR code that you can use to download an app with, and that helps you with the operation of the tank itself. So we'll screw this bad boy in here. I'm gonna face it toward the tractor. See what happens. There's an outlet there. Oh, that's for the wand. Now it says to plug in the wiring harness, which we can do that. And like I said earlier in the video, simple things like this, that's really gonna you think to yourself, man, this is gonna change my life. Because now I ain't gotta run. If I use this, I would have to run this all the way to the front of the tractor. Not only is this sprayer going to help when we can use it in the air-conditioned cab of a tractor, but we can run the wiring inside the tractor itself. So it's really a win-win. I would say this, so far it's been simple. Now we just got to see how it holds up. So you just attach the wiring together, and then this will go into your cigarette lighter or 12-volt outlet, and then it's got a on-off switch here. So let's run it through the back window. I'll tell y'all something funny while I'm running this through the window here. Is, as a YouTuber, how many YouTubers are watching this? Leave a comment below if you're a YouTuber. It literally would take me about 15 minutes to put this on my tractor and start spraying. This has taken me about an hour so far because I've changed camera angles. I've, start, stop, move the cameras, blah, blah, blah. Let me know if you have those same issues if you're a YouTuber. We will plug it in. Oh, I'll take this one out. I thought that one was 12 volt, but that's USB. So we'll leave that there, plug that there. And then I don't think that works without the key switch being on. Nah. Okay, so that's that. Let's read the instructions about before spraying. All right, the instructions said simply just make sure the nozzles are pointed down before you put it, before you apply power to discharge the water. It also gave some kind of rules about, whatever California makes you put on, since they're really not part of the United States. About, this could cause cancer and stuff like that. So we've got the nozzles pointed down, and we are ready to fill this thing up with water and get it to work. So you guys take care, and we'll catch you on the next. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We're going to put water in it. We're going to use it. All right, let's go crank her up. I put the timer on 11 minutes. Let's see how long it takes to fill up 60 gallons. Well, you see that water? That's because I'm a knucklehead and I forgot to put the drain plug on, the cap to the drain plug. So now the cap to the drain plug's on. I did wrap that in Teflon tape, by the way, because I just put it on without the tape and it leaked. I put the tape on it, it no longer leaks. So don't forget, that's a simple mistake I made. All right, we should be able to flip this on. Pump is on, that's good, and open this up. And these bad boys should start spraying. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. All right, they're all spraying. So let's go see how it works in the field. While we're topping this off, I'll give you some feedback right quick. Number one, like we mentioned earlier, the quick hitch. If you're going to use a quick hitch on a trailer, just be ready to manhandle it a little bit. Let me cut this off right quick. Number two, don't forget to put your drain plug in and wrap it with tape. Wrap this with tape. Number three, and I think is the most kind of the most not important, but something I'm going to fix. This barb right here is where your gun, your nozzle, spray nozzle comes out. This hose right here, and it wraps, and you connect it to the tank with this Velcro strap. Well, what if I don't want that hanging on the side while I go, bouncing across my fields? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some type of cover over this barb, because this is just a barb coming out here with the hose clamp on it. So what I'll do is I'll buy some type of cap or something for this barb, or take this piece out and cap it, because I'm not sure how much I'm going to be using the wand. So that's kind of my biggest thing here. And we did, let's see, look at that, it's going right over. If you can make that out, that says 60 gallons on top of the tank, so it's going to hold 61 gallons or so. Let's take it to the field. Oh, it's so hot inside this AC. Whew. Right now I've got it set on 50 pounds of pressure. It's a fine mist. I don't really know how high off the ground to go or how fast to go. So we'll have to figure all that out there. So how fast do you go and how high off the ground do you keep it? I'm not sure. 60 gallons will do approximately 6 acres is what they said. So 10 gallons per acre. Couple things that you think about right off the bat. How fast do I need to go? How high off the ground does it need to go? So I'll watch some videos, or I'll look at the little QR code that they sent me and see if I can figure that out. I don't like this gun hanging here, but if you're going to go that slow, it may not matter. I got a little small leak on this connection here. I don't think I can get a piece of Teflon tape in that connection, so it might just be a drip. So I haven't tried the wand yet, so let's cut the pump on. Turn the nozzles on. So you can do the wand and the, now that's got some good pressure. You can do the wand and the nozzles at the same time, so that's good. Good. So this is for those hard, maybe I will keep the gun on there just in case. Look how far out that goes. That goes, man, that's shooting 20 feet. Cool. All right. So you can use the wand and the nozzle at the same time. Like I say, it's not a commercial rig by any stretch of the imagination, but I think for the small amount of acreage that we're going to maintain with this particular model, I think it will work fine for us as long as the pump holds up. You know, that's the most important part. You know, that's everything else is just plastic. So I think if the pump holds up, then we'll be in good shape with this particular Country Way from Rural King. Again, I think it was $499, something like that. If you want to see more videos of our sunflower field, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, we're having a sunflower festival October 22nd. If you're watching the video after September 1st, then you can buy tickets at blackbarnblossoms.com. Tickets will go on sale September 1st on our website, and the festival is October 22nd. We'd love to see you come out, look at our sunflowers, and see all the work that we've done around here. Anyway, you guys take care. As Gina would say, bloom where you're planted. God bless you guys.
Hey Magnolia, I know I stole your heart when we were young. You had big dreams to be the fashion queen and leave your mark. I hope that